To the standings now, and they tell us the Lions are recovering from that near disastrous start. The Lions are one of the stories that have not followed the script we read in June. Let's begin our mid-season report on all the Western teams now by hearing from Steve Armitage in Vancouver.
Scott, most of the headlines generated by the BC Lions in the early part of the '89 season concerned their confusing ownership situation, which may have been a blessing in disguise because on the field, the Lions struggled with a capital S.
Expectations for the team that fell 2 points shy at the Grey Cup were high. Seldom has a BC team missed the mark by so much the following season. The club lost its first 5 games and cost Larry Donovan his job after the 4th game. His replacement was the man who did the firing, General Manager Joe Gallant. Gallant hadn't coached in the CFL since the last days in Montreal, and his biggest job was shoring up a leaky defense that many felt had given up too much in the deal to acquire Matt Dunnigan. Replacing Stuman, Braswell, and Francis was tougher than expected. Dunnigan is a quality quarterback and one of the most exciting in the CFL, but the Lions still rely on the big play offense. Dunnigan to one of the best receivers in the game, David Williams. An offense that lacks consistency against the stronger defenses, but an offense that continues to improve every game out. Now with the story on the Edmonton Eskimos, here's Chris Cuthbert.
Steve, Lions head coach Joe Gallant has often said that the Eskimos don't rebuild, just reload. Well, that statement has a familiar ring to it this year, as once again the green and gold are strong Grey Cup contenders. Ironically, Gallant played a role in building the '89 Eskimos. 4 of Edmonton's 18 new players came from BC to complete the Matt Dunnigan trade. Reggie Taylor, thought to be a throw-in in the deal, is among the CFL rushing leaders, giving the Eskimos their best running threat since Jim Germany. Another surprise has been journeyman Craig Ellis, who was playing flag football a year ago. Now he must be considered one of the CFL's best receivers and a mid-season contender for the team MVP. Defensively, the green and gold have been overpowering, led again by Dan Bass. With potential all-stars at virtually every position, the Friday the 13th defense is one of the league's scariest in years. The only negative has been loose cannon Jeff Braswell, who's fought with opponents, teammates, and the media. But the Eskimos appear to have more than enough ammunition to win their 5th Grey Cup of the '80s. Now let's go to Calgary, and here's Marty Haig.
Thank you, Chris. The Stampeders have surprised a lot of people by playing solid football through most of this year. After finishing last in 1988, the Stampeders really weren't expected to be winners this season. And even more surprising is that they've been led to many of those wins by quarterback Danny Barrett. Just a 3rd stringer with Toronto last year, Barrett was acquired prior to the start of the regular season, and since then he's been the Stampeders' most valuable player. While Barrett has been helping Larry Koharek's Stampeders to respectability on the field, attendance continues to be a problem in Calgary. The Stamps are still worried about their finances.
We're not at the point that we have to be totally comfortable. And until we get to that point, I won't feel really good about it.
The Stampeders' average attendance right now is about 22,000 a game. That's pretty much the same as last year, slightly below the club's break-even point. But the best solution to the problem is for the Stampeders to continue to do what they did in the first half, and that's play good football. Now, let's check out the Rough Riders. Here's Steve Reddick in Regina.
Thanks, Marty. The story of the 1989 Saskatchewan Rough Riders is an easy one to chart, but it's not a happy one at this moment. Now, they won 4 of their first 5 games, but they're embroiled in the middle of a 4-game losing streak right now. And head coach John Gregory, the common thought is that the offense is falling apart. The quarterback, Tom Burgess, you're sticking with, is a guy who can't do the job, and obviously you don't feel that's the case at all.
Well, I think that Tom has really been given a bad perception for some reason. I don't know what it is. He is currently 2nd in the league in proficiency, has been actually first most of the year.
This is the cast that protects the broken left hand of middle linebacker Dave Albright. Now, Dave not only has a broken hand, he's got a bad knee and various other injuries, but he still leads the league and the team in solo tackles this year. Now, Dave, despite your injuries and all the other injuries to the linebackers and the defensive backs this year, the defense has got to be the most positive part of the Rider team halfway through this season.
Yeah, I think, you know, as a defensive unit, I think we're capable of playing a lot better. We've been through a lot of adversity this year with the injuries. At the beginning of the season, we've had a lot of troubles with our linebackers, but hopefully we get everybody healthy, and, you know, the second half will pick things up and pull together and you know, make the playoffs and go on from there.
That's our report from Regina. Let's go full circle now and go back to Scott Oak.
All right, thank you, Steve Ruddock. And here at the Sky Dome, the Riders are trying to get back on track, lest their season slip away. They lead the Argos 10-3 at the half. And the Riders have been one of those major surprises. In the space of a month, they've fallen from first to last in the West. They're trying the patience of their fans who got used to winning last year and did not think they'd have to settle for less this year.